Thank you, everyone, for coming out and sharing our 85th anniversary with us and our branch reopening and our clock lighting reception. The Industrial Bank family would like to thank you, our customers, our employees, our board of directors. Where are our board of directors, Mr. Higgins? He's representing our board today. Our vendors, our family. We are all family here at Industrial Bank. Our friends and dignitaries, and of course, the mayor. I think before I go on, I should just recognize Council Member Brianne. Is Brianne Nadeau still here? Yes, thank you. And our council member from Ward 4 is here as well. Thank you. Thank you for coming. We appreciate the support. Tonight we will hear from the mayor, and she has agreed to light our iconic clock, which has been draped over our building for over 50 years. We had the clock fully restored and returned to its designated resting place to guide the people of Washington and light our paths during the night. This Industrial Bank journey has been nothing short of a miracle, given by God to allow this institution to survive, to flourish, to grow for 85 years. Thank you. His work through us has provided jobs for hundreds of employees of the bank and employees of businesses financed by the bank. This work has allowed families to buy homes, send children to college, many of them the first in their families, to grow businesses and so on. We've assisted families in solving problems in their lives. In fact, our mission is to make a difference in the lives of people we touch. We help people overcome hardships, and we've enjoyed their successes in order for them to build financial security. And that's what it's really all about for us. I thank God for the opportunity to be a steward over what He has given us, and I pray I can continue to do my very best in the future. I'd like to thank Betsy and her company, Touch a Class, for serving as our caterer, Cater Cakes for the tasty cupcakes. And by the way, if you haven't seen upstairs, you are free to go upstairs. There is cider upstairs as well. Harlan Jones for providing the music. Where's Harlan? Harlan owns New Sewell Music Conservatory on Kennedy Street, 6th and Kennedy. He's been there for a long, long time. I used to carry equipment for him, if you can believe that. True story. In addition, I'd like to thank, and I know I'm going to miss someone, but Melanie Woodard, Sean Butler, Bernard Tyson, Sam Bullock, Patricia Mitchell, Rodney Epps, Ronnie Posey, Lisa Hinton, Star Williams, and any of the other staff here at the bank for helping make this night a success. Rodney, Bernard, and Sammy, they deserve special thanks for the work that they have done in working and coordinating the renovations for the inside and the outside of this 115-year-old building. So that was a challenge, a real challenge. So thank you all wherever you are. I'm excited that for the very first time, my office is on the second floor here. I've been on Georgia Avenue all my life, but now I am here at 11th and U Street, probably in the same office occupied by my grandfather many years ago. And I'm having a lot of fun down here, as you can imagine. A lot has taken place since the bank opened in 1934. Those were days when the Depression led to many bank robberies and the likes of Bonnie and Clyde, who I think I saw a television show, they died in 1934. They were seen as heroes as they roamed the country robbing banks. But people believed the government and big businesses let them down and that banks were part of the problem. But here on U Street, there was a different kind of bank that was founded for the people. People that were refused service by other banks, and black-owned banks sprouted up all over the country just for that purpose. And right here on U Street, Industrial Bank was a catalyst to assist in the building of the black economy in Shaw and LeDroit Park. Businesses thrived and the economy grew, and Ben's Chili Bowl and Lee's Flowers came to life. Many things have happened over the last 85 years, but one thing remains, and that's that Industrial Bank still serves the people, those not properly served by other banks. The only difference is that many of those people are not just black anymore. We have a diverse customer base, and there's people of all races that are now properly served by many of the larger banks. Many things have changed over the last 85 years. We all know of the riots of the 60s, the drugs of the 70s and the 80s, and the Metro, my God, of the 90s. Only 4 black businesses survived the Metro. I've named 2 of them already. But because of the leadership of my grandfather and my father, dedicated employees, I cannot say enough about the people that work for the bank, the people that I grew up with, the people that trained me, their dedication, and of course our loyal customers. The bank made it through. Today the bank stands strong and humbled to continue to serve its community and make a significant impact on its customers and community. We are determined to invest our time and talents to build wealth among individuals and businesses and service providers, our nonprofit service providers. Today, our customer base has changed somewhat, and while we remain especially loyal to people who need us the most, Industrial Bank serves many other diverse groups. We love the new Washington and enjoy being a part of it. We make every effort to reach out and serve any and everybody, and to let everyone know that we are locally owned and our resources are here to improve the community and to reinvest in it. We say money made here stays here. We believe it's important not only to continue to evolve and improve and provide relevant financial services the way you want them, but also we want to set ourselves apart from many other banks because of the good corporate character of our company demonstrated by the activities we get involved in. You should expect more from a bank than just products and services. In order to support your community in a healthy way, you should support businesses, all businesses, not just banks, that engage in good corporate practices. Industrial Bank finances many nonprofits that provide much needed services to many struggling individuals that don't enjoy our booming economy. And while we are a CDFI and we're obligated to do so, we've been lending in low and moderate income communities long before we were a CDFI, and in proportions much higher than the vast majority of banks, and we will continue to do so. Once again, if you do business with us, thank you. It's not lost on Patricia and I that our success depends on you, our customers. If you don't do business with us, we invite you to come and see us. Give us your best. We think we've earned it, and it allows us to do more, like dedicating resources for our DC jail prison financial literacy program. We're probably one of the few banks in the country that has one. So thank you very much for coming, and I will invite Brianne Nadell to come and say a few words, council person for Ward 1.
Thank you so much, and congratulations to the entire Industrial Bank family. I am, the Brianne for DC campaign is a loyal customer to the bank, so thank you for that. Around the time that the construction began in this space, I was over at Georgetown listening to a panel about the way that Washington has changed and gentrification, and there was an historian who was talking about U Street, and of course he mentioned Ben's Chili Bowl, and of course he mentioned Lee's Flowers, and of course he mentioned Industrial Bank. And what he said next almost had me jump out of my chair and run over to the panel and interrupt him. What he said was, well, and of course now Industrial Bank has closed. And you know me, it took everything in me not to just jump up over that panel. Of course, I took him aside afterwards and I said, what on earth do you mean? Industrial Bank is under construction and they're here to stay, right? So can we fix that narrative, please? So here we are, after that construction and a beautiful new space, but also 85 years later. And you have been here. Industrial Bank has been here through all the tough times. And you were here at one of the most critical times. And that was when African Americans in this city needed access to opportunity, needed access to banking, to loans, to investments. And you have been here ever since doing that in our community. And yes, now your customer base is broad, and we're so proud of that. But I just want to pause on that moment in time where Industrial Bank was doing something that no one else would do. And it wasn't just checking and savings. It was really opportunity for people, for businesses, and for our African American community. So I also just want to pause, and can we give Industrial Bank a round of applause for that contribution to our community? Now, I'm not only the Ward 1 council member, I used to be a commissioner at ANC 1B, so Industrial Bank and I go way back, like 15 years, way back, right? Okay, it's not 85, but for me, it's a long time. And I'm really proud of that connection and proud to have represented you in several different ways over the years. But, I think the community is really proud of you and grateful for you as well, because as you've conducted your business, you've also made it a point to be a pillar of the community, to give back. And to really ensure that in your own generosity, you have perpetuated your success as well. And I think that's a lesson for so many. We were at the Mayor's Small Business Summit yesterday, where we had some great conversations about what does it take to really survive today as a small business, whether it's bricks and mortar or starting up. And I think to look at your story about all the business has been through, and to really just take the lesson that it's not just about making money, it's about what you do with that and how you invest in the community, and then how the community then invests back in you. So thank you so much for that. Congratulations. We are so proud to have you here in Ward 1 now and forever. And I look forward to spending more time with you all as you continue to thrive. Thank you so much.
I see in the audience we're located in Washington, D.C. We're here in Washington, D.C., but we're also located in Prince George's County, Maryland. And I see we have Monique Anderson Walker, council member, newly elected in Prince George's County. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you and what your family, how they've supported us. Council member Ward 4, Brandon Todd, is also with us, and I invite him to the podium to say a few words.
Thank you. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm just thrilled to be here on U Street in Ward 1. As was said earlier, we're really fortunate to have an Industrial Bank branch located on Georgia Avenue, right in the heart of Ward 4. And I just wanted to be here to wish and congratulate the Industrial Bank family on 85 years of serving the Washington, D.C. community. We are so grateful for all that you and your family and employees have poured in to Ward 4, Ward 1, and all 8 wards of the District of Columbia. So on behalf of the residents of Ward 4, congratulations, and we wish you another 85 years. Let's hear it for another 85 years for Industrial Bank. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Without further ado, we were actually going to, the bank was founded on August 20th, 1934, and we were going to try to time this so that we would like the clock at 8:20:34, but we're going to proceed, since we have the mayor here, and not delay. So if everyone would give a warm round of applause for our mayor, Muriel Bowser.
Well, good evening, everybody. I'm really excited to be here. I've done a lot of things to help celebrate openings and renovations, from groundbreakings to topping offs to ribbon cuttings, you name it. I've never done a clock illumination. So when I saw that invitation, I knew I had to be here. And then when I realized it was also Industrial Bank, I was sure that I would be here. So let me join the council members in congratulating Doyle and Patricia Mitchell and the Industrial Bank family. Give them a big round of applause. 85 years old and looking fantastic for nearly a century. A lot of businesses can't say that they've made it that long. Your family has been serving and supporting our community through this historic family-owned business. You have worked each of those days to give Washingtonians a fair shot, and I think it is safe to say that you were the original providers of a fair shot for Black people in this city. At a time when few businesses were clamoring to locate themselves in this neighborhood, Industrial opened here and added legitimacy to the corner when it was needed. Industrial has long been and continues to be a financial partner to other U Street institutions, from Bohemian Caverns to Lee's Flowers to Ben's and many, many more over your 85 years. Elsewhere in D.C., Industrial has provided financing and been instrumental in the success of Carolina Kitchen, which opened on Rhode Island Avenue in Ward 5, Community Bridge, and another local business that puts D.C. residents to work, as well as Unity Healthcare, which provides health services to Washingtonians, New Endeavors by Women, which operates women's shelters throughout D.C., and parts of D.C. government. So I want to thank you for that. Industrial Bank proves time and time again that when you invest in our people will invest in their communities and hire D.C. residents. Industrial financed, I heard, the very first Bus Boys and Poets right around the corner. And I don't have to tell you, since then, Bus Boys has spread a little bit in this city and in this region, most recently on Martin Luther King Avenue in Ward 8. Like many of our families, this bank has been through the good times, the bad, and the okay times. And now they continue to be here through what many people call the best of times. They're not just here for us, they're here for everybody who wants a good product. Industrial was directly responsible for building Black Broadway, for the rise of the Chocolate City, for the heart and soul of this Shaw community, and for investing in Black families and Black entrepreneurs so that they could succeed and lead. And I pray that as we stand here and look back 85 years, we remember what this bank and this family has meant to Shaw. We remember and thank you for what you mean to the history of Washington, D.C., and let it be a reminder that we don't forget our history, that we remember our heart and soul, and that we never, ever lose it. I want to thank Industrial for all they've done for Washington, for continuing to serve as a bridge to home ownership for our residents, for providing a second chance to banking customers, and to always, always giving back to the community. And now we know it is on all of us to continue to support their legacy. My administration is doing this by making big investments in programs and policies that make it affordable to live in an increasingly expensive city. We are doing it by investing and making sure that our residents have access to great schools, great job training. The council members started out by saying you gave a fair chance, or that's my words, I'm sorry. You gave opportunities to African Americans when they needed it. And we all know that African Americans still need opportunities. So we want you to keep doing it. We're doing it through historic investments in our affordable housing programs, our Great Street programs, our Neighborhood Prosperity Fund, and we are looking forward to more and more people being able to have access to middle-class income, housing, and opportunities that you have been able to finance for so many over the years. So on behalf of all of us, 702,000 and growing Washingtonians across all 8 wards, congratulations.
Before we illuminate the light, it's almost 8:20. We have some more family that are to come and join us, Brenda, Wesley, and Danielle. Brenda is a granddaughter of Jesse H. Mitchell, and Wesley and Danielle are great grandchildren of Jesse H. Mitchell. So what we're going to do, I think I have this right. Come on, Madam Mayor, you're gonna come right here. And Patricia. Patricia. And we're going to count down from 5.
Hold on 1 second, do it. All right, you want to put your
We're going to count down from 5, and then the mayor is going to flip that switch. And God willing, that light will come on.
I know, right? We'll see if it goes.
All right, are we ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's your first. And probably your last.
Yes,
Thank
great.
you everyone for coming. We
Yes.
still have food.
Oh, plenty,
Drink,
plenty.
and you can take you can go upstairs or enjoy.